Hello, everybody. Thank you very much. I always appreciate you watching. I am Orlando Ruiz Jr. Welcome to another classic movie review. I am a big fan of black and white classics, especially noir mystery thrillers from the 40s. And right now, I want to get into a real gem from 1948, starring the great Barbara Stanwyck, also co starring Burt Lancaster. I am talking about a classic called Sorry, Wrong Number. This movie, you have the character of Leona, played by Barbara Stanwyck. Leona is a rich, overanxious, hypochondriac, bedridden invalid mess of a woman who one night is waiting for her husband after it's been a while since she's seen him since he's left home for work. And so she makes a call one night, and the lines are crossed, at least it seems that way, when she hears a conversation that she wasn't supposed to hear involving the time of somebody's death happening that night at 11:15. She tries to inform the authorities, but she just comes off as crazy and she doesn't really get anywhere. And then it kind of goes into flashback mode for a while where she starts to think about the events that led to this moment, and we get to see how she met her husband and how she kind of stole him away from another woman. Burt Lancaster, who starred in movies like Run Silent, Run Deep, Birdman of Alcatraz, and From Here to Eternity, does a really good job in this movie as the character of Henry, the man that would end up with Leona, end up marrying her, and gets kind of trapped living in her house, her dad's house, working for her dad, played by Ed Begley, who always does a good job playing a real jerk, like the bigot that he played in 12 Angry Men. In this movie, he just plays an overprotective, overbearing father in law. And I got to talk about Barbara Stanwyck because I haven't seen that many movies with this actress, but she is in one of my all time favorite movies ever. It's in my top 10 films of all time. Double Indemnity is a great film. It is an all time classic, and I've only seen her in two films, that movie and this movie. She was so damn good at playing crazy or being so manipulative on screen. And not only could she do that to the characters, but to us, the audience, because in this movie right here, with this character that she plays, you kind of sympathize with her sometimes, and then sometimes you're thinking, this woman is kind of despicable. And you kind of bounce back and forth from not liking her very much at times to being kind of worried about her. I honestly find Barbara Stanwyck to be a very compelling actress to watch. I've only seen her in two movies, mind you, and I consider myself a huge fan. And if I should come across more movies that she is in, I'm definitely going to check any movie out that I find that she stars in because yeah, I think she is terrific. Also, I gotta say, if you consider yourself a bit of a cinematography snob, if you really like your camera work all fancy and slick, I think you'll appreciate the work going on in terms of cinematography in this film. There are some really cool things going on in that department with this movie. When it comes to what exactly happens in this movie, I'm trying not to give you too many details. I just want to give you the overall premise and then, just go in as cold as possible because all you gotta know is there's drama, there's mystery, there's suspense, really cool lighting, silhouettes and shadows, and you have twists and all the stuff that makes for a really fun ride. Ever since I first got into black and white movies back in the day as a young man, I've always been surprised by how such an old movie could make me feel so surprised or so thrilled or excited. And that's why I really respect the quality of filmmaking and the artistry that goes into the level of detail and attention that goes into making all the pieces fit just right so that the writing is on point, the acting, the directing, the camera work and cinematography, because all those things are firing on all cylinders. And this director obviously was studying Hitchcock, obviously a big fan of Hitchcock, because this movie feels like a filmmaker that wanted to make somebody like Hitchcock proud almost. It just has that style all over it. As a filmmaker and a director, Anatolie Litvak was no amateur or no slouch in that department himself. The Snake Pit, Decisions Before Dawn, Confessions of a Nazi Spy, 1956's Anastasia, so it's no wonder that the film Sorry Wrong Number turned out to be another great film to add to his resume. If you're like me, if you enjoy a good thriller, and if you like taking a risk on an old black and white movie that just might surprise you in a good way, then I do recommend you check out this film from 1948, Sorry, Wrong Number. It's a four-star classic. I got my copy right here of the Blu-ray, as you can see there. I believe this is the original old school poster, so it's really cool that I was able to find Blu-ray, or anything with the poster on it, since it's really hard to find physical media with the original poster. Thank you all very much for watching this classic movie review. I always appreciate it. If you're into classics, if you're into movies, if you're into this kind of thing, if you're new to the channel, subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications for more reviews from me coming out soon. If you're a returning viewer, I thank you for your views and your support. It's always appreciated. Please don't forget to comment, share, like. It always helps. And if you're waiting for that top 10 Chuck Norris movies video coming out, be patient because it's not coming out right away. I might have another movie review coming out before then, or maybe two more movie reviews coming out before then, because I'm trying to make sure I watched enough of the Chuck movies from his library, since he has so many, and I just want to get all the Chuck info assimilation happening, so that when I do talk to you guys, I can talk to you with all the full on Chuck Norris movie knowledge that I possibly can. And so yeah, that's why it's taken quite a bit. But yeah, with that said, appreciate you guys watching, and see you guys in the next classic movie review. Everybody, thank you. Peace out. God bless.